There's a new season in World of Tanks console, with new tanks, a new tech tree line, a new map, and special surprises. The Gladiator season has quite a theme, and the Commanders and free level 100 Season Pass reward go alongside that. In your free pass, you'll earn up to 1.1 million silver, 400 gold, 2 days of premium, some boosters, consumables, and vouchers, and a blue keycard. At level 75, you will earn a standard 2D Ares Commander, and at level 100, you'll earn the Bellerophon, a Centurion 5-1 with spaced armor resembling a Centurion warrior. It's also a Halloween mode tank, so if you don't own this vehicle, it's a free Awaken mode tank. In the paid pass, you'll increase your silver gains up to 4.4 million, your gold up to 2,100, and your premium time up to 11 days, with more added boosters, premium consumables, and vouchers, along with another standard 3D Commander at level 33 and a hat for him at level 49. For tanks, you'll earn a Panzer IV Hydrostat at level 25, an M48A2 Patton at level 75, and a new Tier 10 Italian medium tank, the Centauro CC45T, at level 100. Here are its stats, and interestingly enough, it was nerfed not only in its reloads, which everybody saw coming as it's an auto reloader on console, but also in its HP for some reason. Oh, and if you don't like the auto reloader, don't worry, it gets a single shotgun. Because I suppose Wargaming new people wouldn't like their nerfed auto reloaders, so instead of just not nerfing those, they decided to just give you a different gun option, which is also the default gun on the tank when you earn it, so if you want to use the bad gun, you have to equip it. Also interesting is that unlike all the other auto reloaders in this game, this one cannot equip a gun rammer. I've also heard that this tank is a reverse auto reloader, which is also odd and not shown through the reload stats here, but I'll update you on that in a pinned comment once I play the tank. Also, this tank gets a cool skin for 3,000 gold. And here's that. With the Ultimate Pass, you get your 25 level skips, a 3D Hero Commander Liana, who is a bit much, but also the newest French Cold War tank, the Era 2 Medium, the AMX 30B2 for Rod. Here are its stats, and it's got multiple weapon systems. With its 20mm coaxial autocannon, it's pretty unique. It's novel at the moment, but if they continue to make tanks' coaxial guns work, it'll get pretty old. It's only a 20mm though, so it's got 87 pen for 25 damage, and no premium round, but an HE round that has 45 pen and 30 damage. Not sure how useful this will be, but I presume it will provide versatility and powerful flank damage and light tank damage. It's nice. Also to mention, the tank is technically skinned, as in you can only put transparent camo on the tank, which is a bit of a letdown. It doesn't look very skinned to me, and of course I would love to see it in orange. And of course there's more to a season than just the pass. Immediately with the launch of the season, we have a new map. No unnecessary community challenge to complete to unlock the map, it's just out and in rotation. That map would be Serene Coast. If you remember the mercenary variant of this map, the Kitimat facility, it is not that version, with a tank factory in the middle. It is the classic version of Serene Coast. It is a 1000 by 1000 summer map, and is available in all tiers 3 and up, and in all 3 eras of Cold War, as well as having all available modes, standard, team destruction, encounter, and assault, as well as multi-base assault and custom games. Later on in the season, on May 23rd, will be the launch of the Italian tank destroyer tech tree line. We have to wait a bit for this, but I'm really pumped to finally have another World War II line to grind. Hell, the last time we had a new World War II line was April of last year, so it'll have been more than a year for World War II to get a new line. This line starts at tier 5, so make sure your Italian tier 4 is eliteed so you can play the new TD when it comes out. And if you watched their season video reveal, you may have seen something at the end. Watch this.
By the way of their death we shall know them. Only in death does duty end. Your actions will bring us victory this day. Onward! Show them no mercy! You are all that remains. For the Emperor!
So yeah, it would seem we are finally getting the Warhammer 40k crossover. We're the last of Wargaming's IP to finally get it. And you'll see that there was no date given. And since the Season Pass doesn't revolve around this license, we can presume it'll be an event, probably mid-season. And since those Italian TDs don't come out for more than a month, we can presume the Warhammer event will occur between the launch of the season and the release of the Italian TDs. So within 2 or 3 weeks, I'm guessing. In those teases, you can see we're getting the PC skins for the 430U and the E100. The STB one was not seen, but I presume we would also get that as well. And obviously, we're getting 3D commanders of what I'm told is an Ultramarine. But that first image was not a tank with a skin, but instead a tank from the Warhammer universe, the Leman Russ. We don't know the tier or mode even, but just like G.I. Joe, it would seem we are not only getting PC's content and skins, but also completely new tanks and new models from the universe. I would also presume that there may be more tanks than just the Leman Russ, but they may come out later in other events in other seasons. Kind of like how G.I. Joe kept having events after its initial seasonal launch that would sell all the tanks while also debuting a new one each time. I would also like to note that Blitz is the other tank game that made unique models for Warhammer, so we may see their tanks come over as well. On Blitz they are tier 7s, but I wouldn't be upset if they're bumped up to tier 8 on console, or even made into Cold War tanks. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not a Warhammer fan, and I've never played it, but I am excited nonetheless for new content. Moving on for UI updates, we have a store redesign, which makes it flow more with the already horizontal screen bar at the top, and much more space to show off tanks in their bundles with bigger cards. Don't forget too in the store to pick up your seasonal starter pack. However, at the moment it seems the DLC page where it's on, you can't view the details, so you might have to go to your PlayStation Store or Xbox Store directly to go and get that starter pack. They have also added in the garage an info bar underneath the top options telling you what mode you're in and whether you're in co-op or not, as well as adding colored borders to your commanders in the screen to better indicate at a glance which ones are standard, premium, or hero commanders. For in-game UI changes, we have the old style of map screen returning, with all the info on one screen rather than having two. You'll find all the players' names, platoons, kills, tanks, team rosters, all on the same screen as your minimap. It's a nice quality of life change to revert back to what we already had pre 6.0, and it's been long overdue for this one. Surprisingly, there's audio changes. Not the ones people are probably expecting or want, like tank gun sounds. They have added adaptive battle music to the following maps: Abbey, Airfield, Cliff, Corellia, Mines, and Steppes. They say that the music is now more reactive to in-game events, such as the number of teammates remaining, the time elapsed, and the player actively being in combat, and that they will continue improving additional maps with each seasonal update. They have made some Cold War matchmaking changes as well. They state that they have updated the Cold War matchmaking to address how it handles class substitution. They have adjusted the pick order for which class to use if the desired class is not available. This change moved light tanks to the last class to use as a substitution for medium tanks, heavy tanks, and tank destroyers in Cold War. They have also changed new players' co-op map selections so that they start seeing more maps sooner. They've made additional improvements and addressed some issues, fixed some specific tank issues as well, and map issues. Here are all those if you want to read them, and the link to this article as well will be in the description for you to look at, as well as the keycards article, because with every season, the keycard pool of tanks gets updated. There's also one more new thing that I didn't see mentioned. Maybe I missed it, but the T-28 got its new model from PC. Here's how that looks. It's definitely been helped out armor-wise, as it no longer has that massive lower plate, but it still has one, and still can be penned. It looks weird at the moment, but we'll get used to it, and maybe it'll become even better than it honestly already was. Just thought I'd mention that before we go. But there you have it, your seasonal update. Time to get stuck into it and try out the new tanks, grind out that season pass, and battle on Serene Coast. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, a like would be appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.